Okay, I'm back. Civil unrest, and are you ready? Okay, now this will roll over into the martial law deal too, okay? I went to a hardware store this morning. I was looking for some coil, some springs, some heavy springs to put on a blade, because when I push some stuff, it wants to tilt over because the springs came from factory are not heavy enough. The equipment I'm using is heavy enough, the blade's heavy enough, but the actual springs ain't heavy enough. Make a long story short, I went to find those chains. You know, and the springs work. They just have a tendency to roll over, okay. And what you're pushing will begin to come under it, okay. So, you know, I thought the springs are actually, they're made strong enough. It's just that the coil's not big enough on the spring. So I got this bright idea that why don't you get you a piece of log chain and cut it, okay, and put you some 1,400-pound hooks on each end of it. It'll let it go some, but then it will stop, and it'll give you time to go ahead and back off if you have too much weight and you won't break or tear up nothing. So that's what I did. Well, on the way back to the house today, I got to thinking. I thought, man, you know, being a house builder and a contractor, when you've got a front door, and y'all listen to this. Some of you may do it, some of you may not. It's up to you. I'm just telling you right now that the thought crossed my mind, and I think it's a great idea for an inexpensive way that even though they have a battering ram, they're not going to knock this door down. So y'all listen up for this. But you can get you some log chain, okay, to go across a 3-foot door, and I would have me a little extra there, okay. Then you can get you, they make 6,000 and 7,000 pound hooks for $13, okay, that you just clip on there, quick clip. Now you take the chain, and you got the chain, and you lay it across in front of your threshold of your door, and you got about 6 to 8 inches off each side, okay. Now, being a house builder, when I would put in and build the frames, the cripples, and all for the door, okay, you got a jack and then a cripple. So therefore you got 1 2x4 or 1 2x6, then you got 2, so that gives you 3 inches. You got me? And most time I put 3, okay? Because if you got wider trim, once the sheetrock's on there, you want to be able to hit that trim with something if you got 5.5 inch trim. But back to the point. Let me slow down and tell you what I thought about. Okay, you can get screw-in eye bolts, okay? That go into the studs that's behind the trim. It goes through the. Okay, you can do it on the outside of the trim. If you have enough room and the trim smaller than the jack was, or the cripple or the stud, okay, you can go into that board. That board is 1.5 inches wide and 3.5 to 5.5 inches deep. Okay, you can literally, if you want to get gung ho about it, you could literally go all the way through that wall with the eye bolt. Okay, you got an eye bolt on this side, an eye bolt on that side, and I'm not talking about for beauty here. I'm talking about for home protection. But let's just say that they were coming in to get your guns or whatever without a warrant. Okay, you take the eye bolt. You got one on this side, one on that side. You got the D hooks that are snap fast at 5,000 pounds a piece. That's 10,000 pounds. Okay. Then you got the log chain 3/8 to 7/16. You just simply clip it on there, and see the deadbolt won't stop it, but the log chain will put the brakes on the situation. Okay, you hear me? They'll have to back up and beat it off the hinges and push the door over, and by that time, guess what? Guess what? You already got the big clip in there and another one waiting behind it with another weapon, and if you got family, you're in a zone and you're ready to spray everything that comes near you, you see. And I'm talking about for self-defense. But that's an idea that I thought of, and there's several more ideas that I have, but, you know, like I said, the eye bolts may not look so pretty. You may want to, you know, you can paint them the same color, but you could do that. You could do that for less than $100. And I don't care. They're not going to get in the door with a battering ram. It ain't. They're going to have to literally tear that wall down. Okay? Okay? They have got to take the studs out and everything with it when it comes through. And see, if you got wood inside your house, if you got 1x6s for wall planks, then you got this tied to the 2x6 that goes through there to 2x4. Then you most likely got 1/2 inch, 3/4 plywood sheathing if the man built a decent house. Then you may have wood siding, and if it's going through all of that, I'm telling you, dude, with a washer on it and the nut and the eye bolt, they're going to catch hell trying to knock that door down, okay? But in any event, I thought I'd throw that out there because I'm always trying to think of things that I can do or you can do to better yourself and protect yourself. But, you know, I heard about the 2x4 issue on the floor, on diagonal and all that, but at the bottom, you may stop a little bit. You ain't stop much with a 2x4 because you ain't got nothing holding the top of it. But if you take that chain and put it there above the knob or right below the knob, you see you got an equal distance there going across, and y'all see that knob behind. You see that knob back there. You see, I mean, if you got an equal distance going across there, it's close to the second hinge, okay? And that chain, that second hinge, them eye bolts is going to put the brakes on it, okay? But having said that, I struggled whether to put that out or not to give. I didn't want to give them the information out, but at the same time, I thought I needed to put it to you. But having said that, let me move on and finish up this series of videos. This one may shorten up, but civil unrest and are you prepared? And what I dealt with there was the defending of your home, and I didn't deal with everything, but I gave you a few simple ideas and interjected a few thoughts that I hope would help you to get prepared. And there are several other things that we can do. You know, you get rid of that single cylinder deadbolt. You put one that's keyed on both sides. You may even want to double up on the deadbolts. I don't know, but that's going to be up to you in your situation, because I don't know your house and I don't know the setup. But this is just a series of videos to get you to thinking, and moving on what best fits your area and where you live and how to prepare for what is coming up. I hope this has helped you guys. I've been pretty calm today, and you know, I'm trying to be as upbeat as I can today. And sometimes, you know, when I hear these things, I just get bent out of shape and I get fired up to make them. But this was something that I wanted to slow down on the speech, and I wanted to let y'all know that I do care about you, and I do want you to survive what's coming, whether it's the civil unrest, whether it's a thief, whether it's a robber, or whether it's a thug boot jack cop that's coming in without a warrant to take your guns. I want you to be victorious, and I want in your mind to know that you are victorious, because I'd rather live free and die than I had be on this earth a slave to the New World Order. I love you. God loves you. Peace to you, man. I'll be back with some more videos, series of videos coming up. I promise the herbal stuff is coming. My wife's still working on it. We want to do a thorough interview. She says she did not want to be on the screen because as beautiful as she is, she's going to make me look uglier than I am. No, but she didn't want to be on it, but she's going to be over here to the side, and they are coming, God willing. God lets me live. They are coming up. She just want to be thorough. You know, we're going to have some tincture making coming up, some elderberry extract, a lot of things coming up that we've been using. It's just that, look, like I told you, all I do is take it. That's her cup of tea, and she's going to be sitting beside me, and I'm going to do a series of questions and interviews with her, and I'm sure we won't cover everything, and some of y'all will have some more interjections of it, and I welcome that, and thank you for your time, and I thank you for subscribing to me, and I hope that I've helped somebody. And I told my wife when I started this, if I help one person, I don't feel like I'm a failure. So, in any event, God bless you till I see you next time. End Time Watchman signing out. And remember this, keep your nose to the air, ear to the ground. Don't let them catch you sleeping when they come, brother. See ya.